Hi everybody, Brad Sinclair here, your local realtor, and as you know, I'm running for a seat for Selwyn Council and a small ward. Sit back, relax, enjoy it. I'm going to try and keep this video as short as I can, but it may run a little bit longer than what we usually get. I'm not doing a walk and talk. I am heading out to do the walk as soon as the sun comes up. But I decided to do this one on my desk because something's crossed my desk. I like to present it to you, not bring any opinion to it whatsoever, but just present to you what I now know, and I would like to pass on to the community. You can definitely give your opinion in the comments below, start a conversation, or DM me, call me, or text me with your opinions. I'd like to know kind of which way how you would feel about this. Now this, what's come across my desk it's more about Bridgenorth, not Ennismore, but it ties into Ennismore's past. So it's what I'm bringing to you and what I found was the preliminary feasibility report for having Bridgenorth service with water and sewer. The proposal was prepared by John Bowes of Remax Eastern, and it's a very interesting report. So what John is put together was a report to see if how feasible it is to bring water and sewer to Bridgenorth. Now his vision, and again I'm going to do a little bit of reading here. That's why I'm not doing my walk and talk, because I got to do some reading. The absence of municipal water and sewer services has effectively halted further development of the community. Our vision for Bridgenorth is to provide the same infrastructure that allowed comparable communities as Millbrook, Norwood, and Lakefield to grow and prosper. Downtown shops and cafes, waterfront condos, village or vacation villas, and well-planned residential neighborhoods with a variety of housing types would enhance the variety and quality of life for all. So that's his vision. He does have a few maps in here for the proposed area. The joint servicing agreement, it's a lot of blah blah blah. So I'm going to, for this purposes, I will just pass on this. But in this report, John has asked MJ Davenport and Associates if it's a possibility, and what it comes right down to it is yes, it is a possibility for the city of Peterborough to extend its sanitary and water main servicing to Bridgenorth. I found it interesting in this letter from Davenport where he does mention Ennismore, and he says this: a decade ago or longer, the township of Smith and the township of Ennismore were awarded a government grant to service Bridgenorth and Ennismore with sanitary, sewer and water main. It is a known fact that Youngstown in Ennismore has a low volume groundwater well problem. So the provincial government was extended to these municipalities to address this very issue. A municipal election settled the political decision by electing new councilors who opposed the cost of providing full municipal services to replace the key members of the council that supported the creation of full municipal servicing within the hamlets of Ennismore and Bridgenorth. No major new developments have occurred in these hamlets as a result. He also mentions in this letter that Chemong Lake is too shallow to permit the treatment of sanitary I'm really having problems with sanitary this morning. Sewage on Chemong Lake is too shallow to permit the treatment of sanitary sewage to Ontario Ministry of Environmental Standards. So that was basically what Davenport's answer was. Then throughout the report, there's just a little bit of history about Bridgenorth, the vision of Bridgenorth through the township, and they also talked about the bypass. So it was, he said a little over a decade ago, it actually was 23 years ago, it was 1995, when there was a group of Ennismore citizens that were pushing for the introduction of public water and sewage servicing this community. It was an ideal time, they suggested. The Ontario government was offering grants, and as a result of various studies to assist such a move. But almost as soon as the idea was proposed, another group in Ennismore, the ratepayers, were vocally opposed to that idea. Yes, there was, I remember very well, yes, there was a lot of money coming to help us build it in Ennismore, but there was still going to be a lot of money for hookups to individual properties. And I can remember people saying back in 1995, I have a perfectly good well, I have a perfectly good sewage system. I can't afford, if it was $10,000, I can't remember, but it was quite a bit to actually hook it up. And so it turned out that the nay group prevailed, and Ennismore residents continued to draw, obviously, from their wells and dispose their waste in septic beds. Now, after Smith Ennismore Lakefield amalgamated in 2001, the Bridgenorth ratepayers did explore the idea to switch to public water at that time, armed with Ennismore experience, and now there was no grant. That idea was completely squashed. So that's kind of a proposal brought up by John Bowes of Remax Eastern. It's very interesting. Love to know your comments. It's a great discussion anyways, and I'd like to hear what you have to say. Thanks for watching, guys. Brad Sinclair. Have a wonderful day.